If you have an Elegoo Centauri Carbon 3D printer, you might have also heard about Open Centauri and ask yourself, should I stick with the stock firmware or upgrade to Open Centauri firmware? Today we're going to take a look at the top differences and similarities between the two firmwares and help you decide if this upgrade is worth it to you. To make this a fair comparison, I'll be comparing the latest versions of both firmwares and the newest Elegoo slicer. To bring you up to speed with Open Centauri, it is a community-initiated piece of software that is built on top of the official firmware, and it aims to patch some of these annoying bugs and issues that Elegoo hasn't managed to address yet. Just to clarify, Open Centauri firmware is not a brand new OS, and it does not introduce big changes like enabling Fluid UI on your Centauri Carbon. Our first difference is SSH access. SSH is a protocol that allows you to access the file system of your Elegoo Centauri Carbon directly from your computer. This can be useful if you want to view and change config files, although this is usually reserved for folks who have a bit of a tech experience. In the Centauri Carbon stock firmware, SSH access is not possible. If I try to SSH from my PC to my 3D printer, I get an error. Although yes, I can be using wrong port or incorrect credentials, but a bit of further research tells us the stock firmware does not allow SSH access. With Open Centauri, I can access my printer via SSH using root and Open Centauri credentials and view the file system, inspect the config files, and so on. It is generally a nice feature to have, and such access is standard in Clipper or Fluid UI. The second difference is fan control. In stock firmware, the chamber or the case fan constantly wants to be turned on. This is even when the chamber temperature is not that high, like sub 30°C. And even if you do turn off the chamber fan in the web UI or the touchscreen, it will automatically turn on afterwards. Now these fans are a bit loud. It might not bother you if you're printing in another room, but it can still be annoying since these fans are kind of cheap and very audible. In Open Centauri, this annoying behavior is fixed. So even if you use Elegoo Slicer, these fans will not turn on automatically and only work if you specifically instruct them via your slicer settings. I found that in general, my Centauri Carbon became quieter after the upgrade. The third difference is Z offset adjustment. The stock firmware does not allow you to adjust your Z offset when you're not printing. Now I know this is an edge case, but what if you want to do this adjustment when your printer is idle? In Open Centauri, this is patched. You can adjust the Z offset in real time, both during printing times and non-printing times. Let's talk about the differences in homing. In stock firmware, the homing position is in the front left. In Open Centauri, this has been moved to the front right. The idea behind this change is that this should release some of the tension in the printhead cable. There have been some concerns about the safety of this cable, and many folks have pointed out the engineering mistake that Elegoo made with the hotend connector. Moving the homing position is a good first step, but to improve the safety further of the Centauri Carbon, printing one of these strain guides or replacing the USB-C PD cable would be better. One of the similarities between the two firmwares is that it's not possible to import or export files when the printer is printing. This also applies to time lapses. In stock firmware, it is not possible to export or delete existing files during print. The import option is also disabled during printing. And you can't export time lapses during print time. And it is the same story when it comes to Open Centauri. I cannot delete files, import files, or export files, and also cannot export time lapses when the printer is printing. One similarity is lighting and LED control. When I first reviewed Centauri Carbon, I noticed that the stock firmware would prevent me from turning on the chamber lights during printing using the web UI, although it was possible to turn them on and off using the touchscreen. Now it looks like Elegoo has patched this, and it is possible to control the lights in the stock firmware. Open Centauri has also fixed this, and this was one of the reasons why I initially wanted to upgrade, to be able to control the lights remotely. Getting back to the user interface, you'll notice that both the web and the touchscreen interface are almost identical across the two firmwares. On the web UI, there are some differences when it comes to the import and export buttons, but pretty much all the other controls and the look and the feel are the same. In fact, if you don't pay too much attention, you'll probably won't be able to tell them apart. On the touchscreen, it is a similar story. All the options are the same across the stock firmware and Open Centauri. Same overview, same preview of files, same settings, same controls, and so on. The only way to tell them apart on the touchscreen is the bootload logo and the presence of Open Centauri folder in the files after you have completed the upgrade. There are also a bunch of other small differences, like Open Centauri blocking pings to Elegoo servers, so that they can't automatically update your printer or lock it for whatever reason, and also including Package Manager for further development. In summary, I'm a fan of Open Centauri firmware, and for me, the 10-minute upgrade was worth my while. Let me know in the comments if you'll be sticking with stock firmware or installing Open Centauri. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.